Welcome back to day 25 of my perfectly imperfect, beautiful life. And today I just want to touch a little bit on addiction and addiction from a different lens though. So, I definitely grew up with people who were addicted to drugs and alcohol. And, I feel like addictions come from a number of different reasons, right? Addictions can come from us not dealing with unresolved pain. Addictions can come from direct or indirect experience, trauma experiences. Addictions can also be passed on. And so I'm not a professional. This is just my own personal opinion about what I've seen and what I've witnessed of addictions. So I have had different times in my life where I have, of course, been around people who were heavily addicted to drugs such as crack cocaine, heroin, or cocaine. And as a result of some of these people's circumstances, people would look down on them. So maybe they didn't have a place to live, or they had less money. Maybe they needed more help from the family. Maybe it was just by the way they looked in general, And I can remember people being extremely judgmental of them and being harsh. And I guess I had compassion because my relationship with some of these people wasn't bad. It was all good. And I knew these people would do anything for me that they could in the world. And so when I seen these people mistreated or people talking about them, it would upset me because I knew who these people were in everyday life, And so, and I know that's not everybody's story, but that's my story. And so I've witnessed, growing up, I've witnessed other people who were addicted to other things, such as pornography, such as social media, such as gaming, such as gambling, such as shopping, such as religion, working out. So all these other addictions that can have like the same reaction to a family are viewed a little bit different. And food, I forgot to bring out food. I'm gonna bring that one up, food and sugar, because that's something that I have had issues with, specifically with sugar. But we look at these addictions different. Even prescription drugs are looked at different. And I wonder why. Because there can be a similar response. There can be some similar habits that happen, as a result of these addictions. And so one of them being neglect, one of them being finances, in the household. So what I do know, I feel like I'm kind of all over the place, is that addiction I feel that it's a numbing device for unresolved pain. And a lot of times these numbing devices are used, number one, maybe because we can't afford it. Another reason why a numbing device could be used is because there's a stigma attached to therapy. People can't afford therapy. People are fearful of therapy because they feel like they're going to be judged. They might feel ashamed. There might be guilt that they don't want to deal with. Other reasons why people might not go to therapy is because therapy is a process. Sometimes people don't want to deal with healing because once you start healing something, one thing, another thing could come up. And so that means this may have to be ongoing. I have to keep dealing with stuff. So, we live in a society of instant gratification. Let's just put a Band-Aid on and keep it moving. I feel like if we could, a lot of us, if there was a tool, since there's such quick fixes on everything else, if there was a tool for us to, some type of robotically or surgically go in and remove pain, we'd probably do it. But the problem is when we do it, if we have kids, we still pass it on, so is everybody gonna just keep robotically pulling it out, So, I guess I digress. I guess I just wanted to bring up addiction because I want us to have more compassion for all addictions, not just one kind or two kinds. Or I won't even say necessarily the addiction, for the person who's experiencing it. And then really trying to figure out what it is. What's the suffering? What's the root of it? And I know you have to set boundaries. There are times where you have to, if a person does not desire their own healing and you're fighting for them, there has to be a limit, because it can be exhausting. But that doesn't mean that you don't have compassion. That doesn't mean that you don't still love the person and you don't still pray for the person. I know that's pretty much been consistent in my videos. But I do believe in believing in people.